So, true story, I was taking an LAX to San Francisco last night and thought for being so green at flying the MD80, in other words, I need a lot more difference training, that it was going to be an amazing flight. It seemed like it was going okay, when all of a sudden I realized that I only had about 600 pounds of fuel left, and I had fuel put in the aircraft based upon kilograms actually, but I thought I was doing it for pounds. So that did not end well. That did not end well at all. Okay, so we're going to try to make up for that. But that was quite the embarrassing moment. Was not a good time. But here we are. We're going to try to make up for it here on this flight and see if we can actually do it the right way. Okay, so we'll be flying out to San Francisco on this particular flight. This is let me get that. I'm having issues right now. Let's see. Oh, come on. Hold on one second, guys. All right, that's better. So on this flight, we're going to see if we can follow the rules a little bit. We're also using or enlisting the help of XChecklist. We have say intentions, helping with a pilot monitoring kind of scenario.
Battery.
And I've also, there's a couple of things I'm going to show you on the MD80 rotate, just to remember. Just kind of make a note, because it'll help you later when you're making a flight. Okay. So first thing is, before you do anything, you're going to take care of the battery. So you're going to bring power in. That's kind of obvious from right here.
Open locked. Parking brake.
Okay.
Set.
But also you're going to do
External
this.
power.
Shh. Will you be quiet for a minute, lady? Go up here to your IRS mode the minute you turn the battery on, and click to nav on both of your alignments to get right and left aligning, and that will come into play later, but just go ahead and do that. Right, so now that we're going to have that done, we're going to go down to external power. We're going to ensure, by the way, this is set up for, let me see what we're set up for here. Yeah, we need to be sure that is. So we're set up for kilograms for this flight. Normally I do pounds. My flight plan is kilograms. That's where I so messed up on the flight last night. So we ended up not having a good result. So let's do this. We're going to do GPU request. I am going to go ahead and open. Actually, we're going to go ahead and get the Sam Dock the Jetway. We're going to open the door. We're not going to have to deploy stairs. And we're going to go aft door, cargo doors, and that will get us started right now. That's all we need from that. And so we have external power.
On. External power left and right bus.
Okay.
On. Passenger door, key is shift plus F1.
We got that.
Open. Rear passenger door, key is shift plus F4, if necessary. Open. Passenger stairs, key is Shift plus F3, if necessary. Extend. Service door, key is Shift plus F7. Open. Forward cargo door. Open. Mid cargo door. Open. Aft cargo door. Open. Load fuel.
Alright, before we load fuel, I'm going to bring this screen here up. So we need to get some numbers to be able to load fuel. So the first thing we need is fuel tanks total, which is block fuel 7,651 kilograms. Next, we have trip fuel, which is 3,200 kilograms. That's what we're gonna burn on this flight. Our passengers on this flight are 172. That's a full plane, by the way. You think about that, 172 passengers on this flight. So that's going to put 86 in the front, 86 at the rear. 86. No, it's not going to let me. Okay, so 165. All right. I may have maxed it out. This is based on the MD82. And I think I'm on the MD80, so it's adjusting that for me. It's alright. So all those numbers are in. Now, if we go to load fuel.
As calculated. Boarding passengers and cargo.
Alright, fuel's loaded. Okay. Alright.
As calculated. Clear master caution. Check. FMC.
Okay. All that's loaded. And by the way, on the FMC, let's make that go away. I'm going to click on the yoke. The dial there brings up our controls. There you go. So for the FMC, it's not off. You think it's off right now, and a lot of people do, but click right here. Let's turn it up, and we're going to do an at ref. Airport that we're currently at is KLAX. I do that sometimes. KLAX. Alright, you see these two IRS positions? I have a GPS and I have the airport. I'm going with the one that's GPS here and putting that in there. Now our flight, by the way, is already in the system, and to get it to come out, all we have to do is do KLAX to KSFO. Should come up. There we go. Okay. And the flight number for this flight is Alaska, which is ASA 3699. And activate. Right. Our runway for departure is 24 left. And our departure, we'll put in here 24 left. We're going to be going out on the summer 2 departure. And our transition is stoked, because we are stoked to be here. Okay, right. And that took. Okay. Alright, let's keep going. Doing good so far. Um, by the way, one of the things so you can hit execute, you always start with the IRS. You do battery power, IRS, get them aligning, or you'll it messes things up if you don't have everything executed. Just doesn't work right. Okay, our arrival is going to be on 2/8, which I almost made it to 2/8 last night. At 2/8 right. Whoa! Before I pick that one, are we good there? That's R28 right. Let me make sure that's what I want. Do that again. Oh, and ILS 28 right. My fault. And that we're gonna have a surfer arrival. So surfer is what we're looking for. And we execute that, and we'll get there. Okay. Now we're gonna go to legs, and let's check out our legs. She's got legs. There's a discontinuity there at the flight plan, and let's see what we can do about that, or what we need to do about it. So I got surfer, then surfer. What's weird? Gnarly. So we have a gnarly arrival. Let me check that out real quick. Okay, there's surfer. All right, there's gnarly. Gnarly to surfer. Okay, so what's the problem? So if I okay, but before I go doing anything with this, let's go ahead and put in our performance, see if that, and then we'll go back and look at those numbers. All right, cost index, by the way, on the MD80 for this, because it doesn't show up right, is 100. I always put just 100 there. Our reserves are going to be 1.3 kilograms. Our zero fuel weight is going to be 49.8. 49.8. And our fuel here is going to be 7.6 7.6/A. Execute, take off. Our oat here is going to be 16. And then we're going to bring over those numbers. 156, by the way, you see there. And we're going to put 166. Since that says 156, we're going to do plus 10. There we go. Execute. Is there anything left to execute here? I don't know why I have two different. They look the same. So what if I do this? I'm going to do Surfer. Surfer. Execute. And that should take out the discontinuity there. Del Rey. There we go. That looks good. Brian, would you go ahead and get our IFR clearance, please?
I'll take care of that, Steve.
Program flight plan. Takeoff V speeds. Calculate and set bugs. Takeoff trim.
Trim is going to be... Ooh. 6.7. And flaps are, wow. Flaps are to the max.
Stand by for that clearance.
That's right. It's a center of gravity is 6.7. Yeah. Okay.
Los Angeles clearance, American 2450 with information migrate, copy IFR clearance to Portland International.
Clearance on request. You're number one.
Right, trim's fine.
Calculate and set up. Flight director.
Flight
Both
directors
on.
are up.
Heading knob to runway.
Cleared to Portland,
Set.
Lady J4,
Max
departure
bank
minutes
angle.
filed, climb and maintain 5,000, expect 320, 10 after departure. Departure 124.3, squawk 2544, runway 24 left, American 2450.
Set to 15. Initial cleared altitude. Set end arm. SPD/Mach.
V2 plus 10. We're set.
Set to V2 plus 10. Altimeter.
Our altimeter is 3005.
Set local QNH. Cockpit door.
It's closed.
Locked. Auxiliary hydraulic pump.
This is one of those things you'll never find if you're not looking for it. Pay it if you remember this on the MD80. Look on there. You think the hydraulic pump should be up here somewhere? It's not. You got to go down here. Right here.
On. All doors and stairway. All closed. Engine start pump.
Okay.
On. APU master.
Right here.
Run. APU master.
It takes it a second to get up, but I'm gonna try to. I've been trying to stick to the the flight plan or the checklist has come out so much better just to follow it. we are gonna get out of here, and we're not gonna run out of gas on the way now. We are set with kilograms. Right. There's a needle coming up. Come on.
Start. Check APU power avail.
Yeah, it is.
Check. APU generator. Check on. APU bus left. On. APU bus right. On. Galley power. On. Left engine bleed air cross feed.
Another one that you'll never find if you're not looking for it is where the cross feeds are. That's it. There's just one little label there that would tell you that.
On.
But if you don't know
Right
where they
engine
are,
bleed
you'll
air
miss them.
cross feed.
And you can't go without that being on.
APU air source.
Okay.
On. Air conditioning left system.
Both have to be off right here.
Air conditioning right system. Off. Check APU AC load.
Looks good.
Check. External power left bus. Off. External power right bus. Off. External power. Off. Instrument lights. As required. Stall test. Check. Max SPD warning test.
No, I just felt bad because I'm playing one of my best characters and it's a spooky rudderage.
Check.
Like, I just wanted,
Annunciator / digital lights test.
like,
Check.
I
Loops
just want the
test.
character, 'cause I was like, I haven't tried Strength Aladdin, and then I just ran the entire time.
The loops test are right here, but they don't do anything
Check.
when I hit them, so I'm not
Loop
worried
speed
about it.
test. Check. Clear master caution. Check. Clear master warning. Check. Strobe lights.
Okay, over here, strobe lights.
Position. Anti-skid.
Notice that's pulling away just like it's supposed to. It's good.
Armed. Push and start clearance.
Brian, would you get our push and start clearance, please?
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Statements? Yeah.
I'll handle the pushback request.
That's all I ask.
Received and
Alaska
activated.
3699, pushback approved. Tail
Pushback
south.
procedure as required.
Lufthansa 997, heavy contact tower on
Check.
120.905, safe
Left
flight.
fuel pumps. On. Center fuel pumps. On. Right fuel pumps. On. Engine start system A or B. Select. Throttle idle. Check. Right generator.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Right engine. We're looking for, what did I just do? I didn't mean to start that. Bring up fuel on the right engine. And
On. Left generator.
left generator. Fuel insert.
On. Right engine starter. Hold until 20% N2. Right fuel handles. On. Wait until N1 25%. Check. Right volts and frequency. Check. Left engine starter. Hold until 20% N2.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the
Fuel
parking
handles.
brake.
On.
Disconnecting
Wait
tow.
until
Stand by.
N1 25%. Check. Check left volts and frequency. Check. Engine starter system. Off. Engine start pump. Off. AC bus X-tie.
Okay, pumps off. We're gonna set this to override for engine and little anti-fog.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
AC X bus tie to auto is to auto, okay, and APU are off.
Auto. APU bus left. Off. APU bus right. Off. APU air switch.
Off.
APU master.
Off. Got it. Okay.
Off. Air conditioning left system.
Runway 24 left taxi via Kilo Echo Echo 7.
Auto. Air conditioning right system. Auto. Flight control elevators full forward. Check. Flight control elevators full aft. Check. Flight control ailerons full left. Check. Flight control ailerons full right. Check. Flight control rudder full left. Check. Flight control rudder full right. Check. Windshield anti-fog and ice. On. Pitot/stall heat. Capped. Left and right airfoil heat. On if needed. Left engine anti-ice. On if needed. Right engine anti-ice. On if needed. Yaw damper. On. Logo light. On. Seat belt sign.
You'll need to go and do the safety briefing.
On. No smoking sign. On. Nose lights. On bright. Left ground flood light.
Understood, Captain.
On.
I will proceed with the
Right
safety
ground flood
announcement now.
light. On. Anti-collision lights.
Ladies
On.
and gentlemen, as we begin our
Cockpit temp.
pushback, please direct your attention to the front of the cabin for an important safety
Auto
announcement.
as desired.
To ensure your safety,
Cabin
please
temp.
sit back in your seat and fasten your
Auto
seatbelt.
as desired.
To fasten, insert the metal
Transponder.
fitting into the buckle until you hear a click.
Set as
To
required.
release, lift the buckle.
Parking brake.
In the unlikely event of a loss
Off.
of cabin pressure,
Taxi
oxygen
to
masks
runway
will
and
drop
hold
from the
short.
panel above you. Pull the mask towards
Check.
you to start the flow of oxygen.
Thrust mode
Place it
TO.
over your nose and mouth, securing it with the elastic band. Breathe normally. Remember to secure your own mask before assisting.
Alright, before we hit the
Life vest is
runway,
located under your seat.
we
To use,
are going to
pull
make
the
sure
vest
our
out,
flaps are
place
set
it
in the
over
right
your
position.
head, and pull the straps around your waist. Inflate the vest by pulling the red tabs.
Okay.
In case of an emergency, follow the illuminated escape route signs to the nearest exit. In the unlikely event of an evacuation, please leave your luggage behind. Your safety is our priority. There are 2 exits at the front and 2 exits at the rear of the aircraft. Please take a moment to locate your nearest exit, which may be behind you. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off. Thank you for your attention.
Takeoff is setting needs to be on. Thrust mode. The thrust mode's to take off.
Check EPR 1.92. Flaps to 11 or 15 degrees.
Contact tower on 120.9 safe flight.
Check. Engine start system. OVRD. Annunciator panel.
Brian, would you get a taxi clearance, please?
I'll get the taxi clearance.
We're getting ready to taxi.
Understood, Captain. I will proceed with the security announcement now. Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare for taxi, please ensure that your seatbelts are fastened and your seat backs are upright. All carry-on luggage should be securely stowed under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments. Thank you for your cooperation.
Small plane over there. It's much smaller. Alright, we're at KLAX, taxiing runway 24 left. This has been a busy airport. I've seen one after the other. This is taking me a while to learn. So what we're going to do now is the MD80 process of like takeoff. It's once you've flown the 737 or the Airbus, and there's a simplicity to how it flows, and how you take off, and how you set your throttle. And it did take me several times to understand what I was doing on this. Had kind of it was a learning curve, and some of the videos were good. I watched some guys that seemed to know what they're no, well, most of the ones I did, they had an idea, but it took a while to figure it out. So I'm gonna line up here. Let it blow some smoke in our face. So we've got arriving traffic coming in on runway 24 right, and we're departing on 24 left. Say Intentions does not communicate with the ATC like the of Traffic Global. So that's going to be the part here where I have to pay close attention to make sure everybody's where they should. I can't depend on Traffic ATC to tell me where the Traffic Global planes are, ever. Right, so Spirit's on his way. And Brian, can you get our takeoff clearance? We'll do our final things here. So let's drop the yoke. Oh, we just reset our clock. Let's see if I did that right. Yeah.
I'll get the taxi clearance.
Check. Left external flood light.
Los Angeles ground, Alaska 3699, ready for taxi. We have
Right
Mike.
external flood light. Extent on. Nose lights.
Alaska 3699,
Off.
runway 24 left, taxi via
Gallop.
Romeo
Off
Echo
for
Delta
takeoff.
8 Delta Delta 7 Echo 7.
Off. Check engine instruments.
Alaska 3699,
Check.
contact tower on 120.905,
Takeoff
so long.
clearance.
Runway
Request.
24 left. Romeo Echo
Stroke.
Delta 8 Delta Delta 7 Echo
Both.
7. Alaska 3699.
Transponder. XPDR. Timer. On. Line up and hold brakes press. Set. Auto brake. T.O. Throttle.
Okay, so I didn't hear if he said cleared. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we're still waiting for clearance. We're ready for clearance anytime. Takeoff clearance, we're ready. So we're gonna we set our throttle to 70, N170, 70%.
I'll get our takeoff clearance.
Los Angeles Tower, Alaska 3699, holding short of runway 24 left, ready to depart.
Alaska 3699, Los Angeles Tower, runway 24 left, winds 250 at 8. RNAV Del Rey, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 24 left, RNAV Del Rey, cleared for takeoff. Alaska 3699.
See if we can do this all the right way now. Okay. lining up on runway 24. Here. Okay. Holding the brakes in. I'm going to bring it up to 70%.
N1 70%. No oral warning sound. Check. Throttle idle. Check. Auto throttle.
Front pressure on yoke. Auto throttle is engaged. Positive rate and gear up.
Alaska 3699, contact departure on 124.3.
Auto throttle. Retracting flaps. Nav track.
On. Toga. N1 85%. Brakes. Released. BR speed check. Above 130 knots. Climb. Positive. Landing gear lever. Up. Height. Passing 400 feet. NAV mode, FMS or VOR. Arm. VNAV mode. Arm. Autopilot. Engage. Airspeed. Greater than 160 kts. Flaps. Up. Airspeed. Greater than 180 kts. Slats. Retraction. Galley.
KLA lights back on. Currently at 5,000, and I don't think we've been given any further instructions about altitude, but let me see. Ryan, have we been given further instructions on climbing?
Departure will provide further climb instructions once we're airborne.
Alaska 3699, radar contact. 17 southwest of Santa Monica at 5,000 feet. Santa Monica altimeter 3003.
Alaska 3699er, climbing as instructed.
Alaska 3699, contact SoCal departure on 125.2.
On. Max bank angle. Set to 30. Auto brakes. Off. Engine start system. Off above weather. Auxiliary hydraulic pump. Off. Altitude.
We haven't gotten past 10,000 yet. We're kind of in a holding pattern, right? Come on.
Tower American 2450, holding short, 25 right, ready for departure.
American 2450, Los Angeles Tower, runway 25 right, winds 250 at 8. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
For takeoff, runway heading, American 2450.
Contact departure, United 627, thank you, good day. Contact departure, United 627, good day.
All right, so we're on almost at 10,000.
Passing 10,000 feet. Left external flood light.
Alaska 3699, contact Point Magoo, departure on 128.65.
Retract and off. Right external flood light. Retract and off. Nose lights.
Dear guests, we have now climbed above the safe altitude.
Logo light.
The lavatories are now available and cabin service will begin shortly. You may now use your electronic devices. Thank you for your attention.
Off. Left ground flood light. Off. Right ground flood light. Off. Seat belt sign. Auto. At transition altitude. (1013/2992). Bank angle.
All right, good. So we're on a climb now. we're on a climb to 320. Wasn't thrilled with my takeoff in terms of feel like I leaned too much one way or the other there, but winds were rather calm at the airport. So anyway, everything else went well. We were able to. I think what you do is once you line up on the runway on the MD80, you test your warnings up to 70%, bring it back down to idle, then hit the toggle button that's on the throttle and engage your auto throttle, and it does the rest. Yeah. Anyways, not a long flight. We are 261 miles outside of San Francisco, so we'll be in San Francisco in relatively no time.
10 degrees above flight level 300. Monitor engine instruments. Check. Autopilot data. Check. Target altitude.
Right. Next part of the process is we're going to check our approach, and I see here that we have a course heading of 284 at 111.70. 284, 111.70. There's 111.70 already there. And course heading 284. And 284.
Alaska 3699, contact Los Angeles Center on 119.05.
Alright, both course headings for approach are set to 284, 111.70 is the frequency for the arrival runway. It says here that we'll be at flaps 40 at VREF of 128 knots on approach. Okay. I don't understand why it says path error there. This is just something I don't understand. Doesn't mean anything if I don't understand it. But I wanna learn that, learn exactly what that means. Fuel looks good. Our burn looks good. A lot better than it did last night. Now that I know what, that was stupid. So last night, loading pounds instead of kilograms, it killed me. So, we're on VNAV climb and nav track. Looks like we are on target, 237 nautical miles outside. Transponder is squawking 4454. And still getting used to the analog way to look at my speed, and I'm at we're about 300 knots. And I'm sorry, Dave, I did not see your message just now. Okay. Uh, uh, good question. I think if you're still there, Dave. So you're asking if global traffic is using loads of my FPS, and I would say the answer is no, it's not. Um, Now I will say this: if you have global traffic, no, it's not. No traffic global. If you have it set to the maximum setting, like you have them throttled up, like to be as congested as you can, uh, it can create some issues, and but it hasn't so far. Now I've gone back to um, 12.2. Dot one revision of Xplane 12. I'm not using beta 5 or 6 now because I started to have some unexplainable crashes.
Contact Los Angeles Center on 126.525.
So I throttled back to 12.2, but with Traffic Global 12.2, all of that working together, I haven't seen any drops at all. And you saw the plane, you saw the traffic at LAX. Looks pretty consistent or frequent, and I really haven't had a load of FPS drops or anything, so it's been working pretty good. I'm running an i9 with a GeForce for RTX 4070 card and about 64 gigs of RAM to run this, and it seems it really hasn't choked necessarily. I tell you, when sometimes there's some mess up with Traffic Global in particular, it's at the commencement, like when you go to load an airport. I've had it crash before because for some reason, for odd reasons, but when you have a combination of Traffic Global, custom scenery and everything, kind of trying to figure stuff out, I've had some crashes like that, but I've never had a crash typically inside of a flight except toward the end, maybe twice ever. But in terms of FPS, I don't see it. Everything seems really smooth. That's really it's my understanding that so if you're on Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 say Intentions has a new insert for traffic insertion that they use, and I haven't really gotten any reviews back on that yet, but they don't have anything for Xplane yet, so I wish they would spend some time on it, and I just wish they would, because if that ever happened, I would go away from Traffic Global. Right, we're about 250, approaching 260. So far so good. It's been smooth on the flight, and my Achilles heel is descending with the MD80. I'm still really working at getting smooth on the descending part.
Alaska 3699, contact Los Angeles Center on 121.9er.
Set. NAV1 ILS frequency. Set. Landing runway course CRS1. Set. Decision height. Set. Seat belt sign. On. Auxiliary hydraulic pump.
See if I can do this without breaking something. So you've got cabin altitude, climb. Waypoint alert. Let's check it out. What's wrong? Stoked. We're right where we should be. We are going towards Splint. We're at about we're at the right altitude, so I'm not sure. It's just an alert about waypoint. See what it says waypoint. Oh, let me move this to the map. See if that helps. Make it look better. There we go. This feels so different than the 737 thing. It just has a different feel to it.
Alaska 3699, climb and maintain flight level 300. Alaska 3699, expect the surfer for arrival. In about 10 minutes, I'll start your descent. Notify if you're ready to descend before that.
I don't think so.
Alaska 3699, contact Los Angeles Center on 119.05.
Alaska 3699 is at 300.
Good afternoon.
We're almost to cruise altitude, and then I think the next step is we'll change our setting here to cruise. Fuel looks good. We're almost to cruise altitude now. Right, we're at VNAV level. In about 5 minutes from descending again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached cruising altitude. We will now begin our snack and drink service. You can enjoy our free Northwest snack mix, or choose from our picnic pack or fresh sandwiches priced between $8 and $13. After the service, we will have articles from the Alaska Airlines shop available for purchase. Thank
preparing for descent now, so I'm going to go ahead and reinitialize the auxiliary pump.
On. Thrust mode GA.
We're not ready for thrust mode GA yet, but we're close. Take the cockpit cam off. I don't think we need it for now. Okay. 34 nautical miles from commencement that we're at 320, and then we start descending toward gnarly and waves. Go figure. And let's see if we can set our fix for. Let's see if it'll let us for runway 28 right. Or I think before it would do. So runway 28 right. I don't understand why it's not in there. I ought to be just put in runway 28. Let's try the next one. Nope. I'm not gonna lose sleep over that. So in prep, then we're going to put our throttle setting on GA.
Check EPR 1.95. Bank angle. 30 degrees Leo FL 300. At transition level.
We need our local QNH in there. I don't think it's going to be very far off from. Let's see, we're at 3006. I think we were already at 3005. Yeah, we're not. 6. Center fuel pressure.
Alaska 3699, Los Angeles Center, cleared surfer for arrival into San Francisco. Whenever you'd like, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Okay, we're going to. He said 240.
Alaska 3699, Los Angeles Center, descend and maintain flight level 220.
descend and maintain 220, Alaska 3699.
Local QNH. Below 10,000 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to San Francisco. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. The use of lavatories is no longer permitted. Thank you for your
Okay,
cooperation.
and now I hit VNAV descend. This is the first time. It's the first time I've gotten that, but now it says VNAV descend.
Alaska 3699, contact Oakland Center on 134.55.
And it's starting to handle the descent. And the only concern, looks like it's doing what it's supposed to. A lot of this is just doing things in the right order, I guess. But that's the first time I've actually got VNAV descend to work in a way that I consider like proper, like doing it the correct way. The steps I took for that one is I initiated the descend now. I had my altitude set to 220. So I think I did it correctly that time. I'm going to go down a bit further. I think they're going to be descending us pretty quick. Yeah, they are. I already see that. I've got 2, and it should abide by any restrictions. So if I set my altitude down even lower, it's going to take care of the VNAV descent will take care of that. Okay. So I'll set it down to 8,000. Now what I'm seeing right now is a controlled descent. I don't see my speed getting out of hand, getting out of control like it was last night. It's really good. So live and learn. Oh, you thought this was the tutorial? No, you're learning this with me. I think I've really focused on the MD80, MD82 for about 5 days now, immersively, and really what I like though is it's probably going to turn out to be one of my favorite aircraft, I think. It's got a really nice, just a nice feel to it. It does. Our speed is continuing to stay regulated. That's good. I was getting so stressed over like the speed, the descending too fast. Before I would like misuse flaps, you know. Just this is so much better. Hear the speed, staying in control. It's good.
Alaska 3699, contact Oakland Center on 127.45.
So good. It's awesome. Okay. These passengers there are safe.
Center, Moody, November 1874 Whiskey. Wind information, November requesting IFR clearance to Sierra Mike X-ray. Cleared for IFR via MKWO winch and as filed. Maintain 4,000, contact departure 12.725, squawk 4447, November 74 Whiskey. Los Angeles Center, Moon, November 1874 Whiskey, was my last read that correct?
November 902 Delta Lima, San Luis County Regal approach. Wind 237 at 2 knots. Active arrival runway 29. Parking gate 4 reserved.
All right, we're just going below 200. Continuing our descent. Good, took care of that discontinuity. So Seepin's is right at 3,000. I think that's what we're going to set this for. Not trying to be a rebel. We'll obey whatever ATC tells us. And we will actually do a return flight from San Francisco, and we'll pick another aircraft. In fact, if you have a particular aircraft you want to try, just put a comment. We may do it.
Alaska 3699, turn right, heading 360. Alaska 3699, contact Oakland Center on 127.45.
Ron, are you awake? Answer them.
There is 1 Whiskey Tango, contact Oakland Center on 128.7. Delta 2054, contact Oakland Center on 128.7.
Ron, are you there?
I am on it, Steve. Switching to Oakland Center on 127.45.
Alaska 3699er,
Yes,
switch
Steve,
to Oakland
I'm
Center
here.
on
Just let me know what you need.
127.45.
Answer the phone. That's what I need you to do. Answer the phone.
Check. Landing lights.
Alaska
Extend
3699er, contact NorCal approach on
Nose
128.325.
So he's up. I think they're going to be setting us up for the runway. Right there, that's why they had us. I'm not sure why they did that. I'm not sure why they were having us divert or turning us toward the mountain. I don't like going toward the mountain.
On bright. Logo light. On. Left ground flood light. On. Right ground flood light. On. Left and right airfoil heat.
That's an as-needed
On
thing.
if needed. Left engine anti-ice. On if needed. Right engine anti-ice. On if needed. Engine start system. OVRD. Anti-skid. On. Speed brakes. Armed. 4/LOC mode.
And that's where we are in the process. That's about right. So, okay. We're on approach being vectored.
Alaska 3699, contact NorCal approach on 121.3.
We're about 40 miles outside of KSFO. On top of this is the Rotate MD80, but also I'm using the sound pack, the Pro sound pack that goes with it, and it sounds really good. You know, one I haven't spent a whole lot of time with recently is the 777. I haven't done that one. I haven't flown on that one in a while. The international flights that I can do are the ones that go back and forth between France and we did France and O'Hare, France and Atlanta, and France and Detroit, and JFK. It's a nice flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final approach into San Francisco. Please turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Ensure your tray tables are put away, your seats are in their full upright position, and your seat belts are fastened. Our gate today is Terminal 1, B14. Thank you for your cooperation. Crew, please check that everyone is seated and has fastened their seatbelts.
Okay. What I've been most amazed about on this flight is how well it's controlling our rate of descent and our speed. So the VNAV descent, once you finally have it activated and it's done right, excellent job. I really like it. It's very smooth. I have not had one time on this flight where I was hearing overspeed for anything. So cannot complain. Cannot complain. It's nice.
Alaska 3699, turn left heading 275.
275.
Alaska 3699, contact NorCal approach on 121.3.
Now we have our altitude set for 3,000, but remember it's going to should pay attention to our restrictions on our flight plan.
ARM. ILS button when captured. airspeed.
Alaska 3699, proceed direct C-pin, descend and maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared for the ILS runway 28 right approach.
If we're cleared direct to C-pin, then I would rather put C-pin here. Till nav, let's go. And I'm going to bring back in VNAV. I just think it was a big waste of time. I think we're going to make it to C-pin in time at 3000. Yeah, I think we are. Okay.
Alaska 3699, contact San Francisco Tower on 120.5.
Perfect, perfect. That's it. That's what I wanted. Flaps are down. I mean, gears down, not flaps. San Francisco, I think, is still, I don't think it's a default airport. I don't have it special, set up any special ways. Currently at we're nearing 1,000. Flaps are full. Speed brake is armed. Anti-skid is set. 1,000. My aircraft.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Reversers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to San Francisco. Did you know that San Francisco is home to the famous Golden Gate Bridge, which spans over 1 mile in length? Also, it's known for its iconic cable cars, which are the only mobile National Historic Landmark in the United States.
I went a little long,
Thank you
by
for
the way,
flying
on
with
that.
Alaska
I think.
Airlines. Please remain seated until we reach our final parking position. On behalf of Captain Steve Good, First Officer Brian Song, and the entire crew, we wish you a pleasant stay. The local time here is 1:04 in the afternoon. If you have a connecting flight, please note the following. Flight 225 to Seattle, departing at 1:55 from Gate 32, and Flight 345 to New York, departing at 2:20 from Gate 21.
Once again, this is a default airport, so this is the Xplane default. It's not a custom airport. I don't think I've gotten a custom airport for San Francisco yet. Right? Brakes are on. We're going straight for the GPU. And bring in the engines down. Landing lights off. kind of jetways are here? Are these SAM jetways? They may not be. What? Are they this guy? Okay, all right, man, we made it. We made it. Okay, and I'll probably go back and do a return flight back to LAX, and we might break out one of the like the 737-800 or something for that return flight. Make sure everything's down. Fuel was great. Everything was like it should have been. That's good. All right. We will open up the rest of the plane, and after we do that, we'll end the flight. Okay. So we're going to, and then what? I'm going to go back and watch the replay. Okay, let's do that. I'm not gonna. There's something wonky on the replay sometimes. If I open up like the back tail, the back door, it stays open when I'm out there trying to do a replay. It's ridiculous. Okay. 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 So we want to do our replay. Okay.
Alaska 3699, contact San Francisco Tower on 120.5.
I don't think I floated much. I don't think I did. Okay. Get that front nose down. Although it wasn't centered. Not a centered landing. I kind of brought it back while it was reversing. Passenger perspective. Not seeing the brakes come up, the speed brakes. They're armed. They're up on the other side. They never deployed. I have no reason why, but they never deployed. I have to look at that. Okay. Alright. Good flight. I'll see y'all on a return. Whoever, if you want to see a return from SFO to KLAX.